Hi! Welcome to Brunch and Belief, where we drink tea and shout for 20 minutes. I'm just joking. We drink tea, we eat bread, and we discuss questions that pertain or are important to life and godliness, just basically how Christians get by. I have very amazing guests every other week with me, and today I have someone that I think is an interesting person. She's a medical doctor, and just before we started filming, she was talking about how she treated someone that had 3 kidneys. I think that's something that you never find out. And someone in the room, when she said 3 kidneys, this guy goes seed funding. Please welcome with me, Dr. Sisi Adetifa. It's good to have you.
Hi.
Are you a tea or a coffee person?
Tea.
All right, so I have green tea, I have hot chocolate, I have cardamom tea, I have Earl Grey, I have mint tea. Is that a no on the mint tea?
Yes, that's a no.
I feel like you should take the mint tea.
That's a no.
Okay, and then I have mango and peach and passion fruit.
Mango sounds nice, but I think I'll go for peach and passion fruit.
Okay, so mango it is. Oh, I got it wrong. Mint. You want
peach and passion fruit.
Okay, peach and passion fruit.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Why did you pick peach and passion fruit? No reason? When did you give your life to Christ?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Okay, so
do you know that that's a red flag?
Okay, I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
So the truth is, I grew up Christian, and
what does that mean?
I'm a pastor's kid.
Okay, so not that you grew up Christian, you grew up as a pastor's kid.
Okay, I grew up as a pastor's kid, and as young as I can remember, I remember being a good Christian. I remember giving my life to, well, I don't really remember giving my life to Christ, but I think I remember giving my life to Christ. And then I also remember speaking in tongues at one point.
Have you given your life to Christ? Like, these are...
I had. The story is crazy.
We're supposed to be having conversations that pertain to Christian experience.
Yes.
The prerequisite is that you are a Christian. Are you there?
I'm there.
So have you given your life to Christ?
I have. So I was giving the pre-story to the main story. So now we're now going to the main story.
Auntie,
yes, sir.
When?
Okay. So it was a Sunday.
Who brought this person to my sense?
It was a Sunday, and this Sunday was the 1st of January. That's what I can remember. It was a Sunday, 1st of January. So maybe 2018, maybe 2017 or something, I can't remember.
Okay, but it was the 1st of January.
And it was a Sunday.
The beginning of the year.
It was a Sunday.
Okay, so...
And it was the first day of the year.
Okay, sharp. I like that. Carry on.
So I was at church, and this pastor was preaching, and he said, if you're here and you're a Christian, and you don't know your birthday in relation to like the day you give your life to Christ, you are not really a Christian. Your Christianity is questionable. You must know the day your life changed. So I decided to rededicate.
And here you are,
decided to rededicate. It was Sunday, the 1st of January.
Do you want sugar?
Yes, please.
How many?
Just one.
So you know how much sugar but you don't know when you give your life to Christ?
Hey! It was Sunday, the 1st of January for the 6th time.
Okay.
Sometime in the 20s.
Carry on.
And 2017. Flesh and blood did not reveal that.
No, he checked the calendar.
So 2017, yes. That was it.
Carry on, please.
It was a wonderful day. You know, you usually say the day your life is about to change starts like every other day.
Please, who is this you that you spoke about? Sounds like a very wise person.
A wise man.
I know, right?
A wise man that usually wears...
you can have that with some bread if you want.
Peach. Or pink. Wow. Okay. So yes, that was how I ended up giving my life to Christ. again, that was like a rededication, because before that time I was speaking in tongues.
Okay, you were already speaking in tongues before you gave your life to Christ.
It's because he made me scared. He's like, if you don't know the day, you don't know the DC, you're not in Christian. I'm like, hey.
I just wanted to repeat a few words after me. Say, Lord Jesus.
Oh.
Sister, please. Trust me.
Jesus,
Say, we'll mark today's date. Say, I believe you today.
I believe you today.
Okay, but then you already speak in tongues.
I was speaking in tongues before that day.
So you were speaking in tongues before you gave your life to Christ?
No, I've given my life to Christ before that day.
Okay, you gave your life to Christ, borrowed it back, spoke in tongues, then now gave it back to him.
No, the man made me scared.
Okay, that means that was not the day you gave your life to Christ.
So that means...
So you just picked a day, ba? And you said, okay, today is my spiritual birthday. Yes, and then it just happened that day was the 1st of January. So it was very, very convenient.
Wonderful. Exactly.
So are you saved like this?
Of course I am.
Are you sure?
You're like, of course I am.
But are you sure?
Yes. Without a doubt. As well as I know.
How do you know?
I know I'm saved.
How do you know?
Because don't I look saved?
No.
Okay, well, I'm saved. I have the witness in my heart that I'm saved. Yes.
Okay. Please drink your tea.
I will. It's hot.
Drink it.
It seems to be after my life. Hopefully I can make it to the end.
You will. I promise you. After the end, I don't know what will happen, but you'll make it till the end.
Okay.
Okay. So you gave your life to Christ. You were speaking in tongues. How did your upbringing as a preacher's kid affect your worldview?
Church people, if people are watching this podcast, if we need to change, just be better. It was hard.
Okay.
It was hard.
So you loved Christ, but you hated his body?
Hey, that is if you can remove Christ and burn the body.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Sharp.
It was really hard because I think people subconsciously put not just the pastor, but his entire family on a pedestal.
Yes.
And they forget that you're human. So they expect you to meet more than their expectations.
Okay.
And so I remember being like 5 or 6.
And you wanted a boyfriend?
No. But I remember being like 5 or 6 and being in a class full of like my age mates. And everybody's like playing with pencils and, you know, making noise and everything. And, you know, like as the queen of the class, I have to represent. So, you know, I'm there playing my pencil and the teacher just comes in and he's like, you, pastor's child, you don't know that you this and you that and blah, 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 blah. Go and stand there. And says nothing to everybody else. And so I get that you want me to be an example, but I'm just a child.
Okay.
And a child should be allowed to be a child.
Okay. How did the church react when you had your first relationship?
They didn't know now. They didn't know.
So you didn't date inside church?
Oh, interestingly, I didn't date until I had finished medical school. And for context,
Any reason why?
I schooled far away from the church.
Okay, okay.
In another country.
Okay, so any reason why you didn't date till you were done with medical school?
First of all, my mother used to threaten us.
Okay.
Hey, mommy, if you're watching this, I love you. She used to threaten us. She's like, if I ever catch you or hear that you have a boyfriend, I'll cut off one of his ear, cut off one of your own, and put him in prison. I can't forget.
Interesting.
So in
That's
secondary school,
very graphic.
exactly. And so in secondary school, I'm just like, yeah, nope, I like you,
Okay,
nope.
but then as this was happening, as you were doing,
dodging left and right.
As you were dodging left and right, were there boys that you actually liked and you wanted to?
Yes.
So how did you deal with knowing that you wanted to date someone, but because of your mom, you basically couldn't?
I wrote letter
to the boy.
Oh yeah.
Tell me something. I wish I could get my hands on one of these letters.
I'd be so ashamed. Hopefully you never find it. But yeah, so there was this guy that had transferred to my school from another school. This was in high school. And apparently he was like the best thing after sliced bread.
Describe him. Fair?
No, I like my man chocolate. So, you know, a bit of melanin.
See why I say you're not saying. Well, continue.
So he was dark, he was tall, he was skinny, he could dance, he could rap. And you know, everybody was just so over him. And I say I don't see vision from beginning, because I remember talking to my friend and I'm just like, I lied to her, of course. I told her like, this boy likes me. And she's like, it could never be you know? So somehow one of these junior students comes to meet me and it's like, senior so and so said I should give you this letter. I'm like, oh wait, me? Oh yeah, you. So I read the letter and it's like, I want to talk to you in the dining hall after prep. Hey! Wonderful. Why not? I responded. Yes, my lord. Just kidding. But yeah, I definitely responded. And then, you know, he would wait for me after prep. He'll walk me to the dining hall. Then we'll separate to our different hostels. You know, it's like a fairy tale.
Did this happen repeatedly? Yes,
now until my haters arose.
How did they arouse?
I had an alleged friend who came to me one day.
I like alleged.
Alleged friend. Because she came to me one day, I think this was after we resumed for the second term. And she's like, well, because we're friends, I just wanted to tell you that, me and this person were dating now. Hey!
Okay,
that is my heart top.
Was that your first introduction to men as come?
I think so. No, it was painful. And me, that time as a Christian girl, I was just like,
did this happen in the morning, afternoon, or night?
It was in the afternoon, like evening, during sports time.
So they served you breakfast in the evening?
In the evening. Hey! And it was hot. She was not my friend.
Drink your tea.
She was not my friend. She wasn't kind to me, but yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
So what did you say to this guy? What did he say back to you?
We never spoke after that.
Sharp.
Yeah. I'm just like, good riddance to bad rubbish.
Oh, but he pay you now.
Yeah, of course, but he can't know that. He can't know that. We must keep up appearances.
Lord. Okay, so you came here with a question, yeah?
Of course, yes.
That's basically what you like.
It tastes so good, yeah.
I know, right? I have good stuff. And I'm introducing you Abuja people to better tea, because all you guys know is Arabian tea.
This is really nice.
There's more to tea than Arabian tea. I'm glad you like it.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. What's your question?
So my question is this. As a medical doctor, I think several times I've had conversations with people in my field who are Christians. And I've heard someone ask, should a believer be a medical doctor? And also, what is the fine line between faith and medicine?
I don't think that there is a line at all. I don't think that Okay, so I'm guessing the reason why there's a question like, should a believer be a medical doctor, is because it seems like the practice of medicine is diametrically opposed to healing by faith.
Exactly.
Okay. I think that there is a misconception that the average Pentecostal charismatic has, and it has to do with the frequency of miracles. So just hear me out. How many people does the Bible record that Jesus healed in his day? And if you can do a rough estimation, compare that to how many people fell sick in Jesus's day. You know what? Let's take this to the extreme. How many people did Jesus raise from the dead in his day in the Bible? Some people say 2, some people say 4, some people say 5, but it never goes above 5.
Yeah.
Do you think only 5 people died while Jesus was on the earth?
Of course not.
Of course not, because more people died. More people were buried as well. Many people died.
They didn't know Jesus now.
No, they didn't need to know Jesus. The people he raised from the dead, one of them literally, he was walking and they were carrying him to go and bury him. And
They
Jesus...
didn't have location.
Jesus met this guy on the road and healed and raised him back from the dead.
Oh, okay.
But this does not... Why didn't he go around raising all dead people?
True. Valid.
Did you get? Why didn't he go around raising all dead people? Miracles are so called because they are not frequent. They don't happen all the time. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it shows that God has a system for taking care of the ailments of the body outside of miracles. And that's where doctors come in, to be honest. Doctors are supposed to be God's natural system. The fact that you have plants that have medicinal value tells you that God planned for man to be nourished and taken care of by those plants. Does that make sense at least?
It does.
And so you find that the medical practice, even though now it is more scientific than it is traditional, and so the use of plants is no longer as high as it used to be, the medical practice is still in its own way God's natural system for caring for the body of man. Right. And so when a man falls sick, his first prerogative should be to see a doctor. Do you understand?
I do.
And you can trust God for a healing whilst seeing a doctor. Nobody says that these two things are mutually exclusive. Do you understand? You can, like, it's not bad to go and see a doctor and say, doctor, something is wrong with me. Doctor will check your body and something will, and the doctors check your body and they're like, oh, this is what is wrong with you. We prescribe this. You get started on the medication while trusting God for a healing. And before, you exhaust the cause of the medication, you are healed. It's still a miracle. What's that?
I have a question. Okay, so I love the way you're explaining it, and I mean, it's really enlightening, but also it's coming from the point of the patient. So I'll just give let me just give an example. So I saw a patient let's say some days ago, anyways, and so she's been believing God for a child for the longest time, and she comes in and she says, I think I'm pregnant, this, and that, and I'm having this and I'm having that, and this and that and that. And I'm like, okay, when did you see your last period? Like 6 years ago. Okay. And I asked multiple questions, and then I'm like, okay, do a pregnancy test, and then go ahead and do, an obstetric ultrasound. Let's know what's going on. And so she comes back with the result, and she's like, I think there's something wrong with the machine because I know I'm pregnant. I've known for a long time. So my question is, if you're in the position of a doctor who is a believer, having that obligation as a medical personnel to give the facts, like, oh, this is this, madam, breaking bad news, you are not pregnant. How do I find that line? Like, how do I, also being a Christian while being a doctor, should I encourage her faith or be like, auntie, you need to wake up and smell the roses?
The quickest way to encourage a person's faith is truth.
Hey, I've not heard this one before.
If you really want to encourage, if you partake in a lie because you want to encourage a person's faith, you're not encouraging their faith.
Wow.
You are sponsoring their delusion.
Wow.
That's what it is. The quickest way to encourage a person's faith. As a doctor who is a Christian, you can say to her that, ma, don't stop believing. I've seen God do it before. He will do it for you. But right now, you're not pregnant. That does not mean you will never get pregnant. That does not mean you're not going to. I don't mean to downplay the role of the doctor, but the doctor the pastor has a similar responsibility as the doctor has. The doctor has more responsibilities in that he has to administer drugs and administer medicine. But in the fact that we have to both care for people and really give them direction for how life should be lived, the pastor has a similar responsibility. And it becomes like, as a pastor, if someone ran into my office and said to me, "Pastor, I'm pregnant," praise God, can I see the medical report? That's literally what I'm going to say. "Oh, I've not seen my period." Great, go and do a pregnancy test. "Hey, Pastor, I did a pregnancy test and I did not see anything." Then you are not pregnant, ma. Doesn't mean that you won't get pregnant. If I really want to sponsor your faith, then I will realize that every rejection you face, every disappointment you face is an opportunity to strengthen your faith. Do you understand? And if I don't take my time to walk you through disappointments, then I am not building your faith. You don't have faith. You are wishing something would happen. Faith is not wishful thinking. Faith is defiance in spite of disappointments. That's what faith is. If I don't allow you feel the disappointment, I'm not helping your faith. If I'm going to help your faith, I must hold your hand in the face of disappointment, in the face of danger, and say, "I know this is what it looks like, but we have a God that does not fail. We serve a God that can still heal. We serve a God that can still give you that child, even though right now, right here, it doesn't look like that." Because the worst part of it is she's complaining about symptoms. And at the onset of pregnancy, I'm not a woman and I'm not a doctor, but I have experienced, like not personally, but I've seen this. At the onset of pregnancy has some symptoms that are very similar to fever.
Yes.
So what if she has malaria or typhoid or some other kind of fever? And then because I want to sponsor and encourage your faith, I let you die. I wasn't encouraging your faith. Do you see what I'm saying? The best way to encourage someone's faith is to expose them to truth. Let the truth confront your delusions. When your delusions have been confronted, whatever is left after is faith.
Wow.
Do you see? You know a person really has faith when they are looking at a fire heated up 7 times, and the people who heated up the fire to burn them were consumed by the very fire, and they are looking at that fire and they are defiant. "Oh King, we will not bow to you." Because at this point, the fire is real. The average Pentecostal charismatic in Nigeria thinks that faith is saying, "Don't worry, fire me, they will never, that fire will not near me." That fire will not near me. It will not near me. That's what the average Pentecostal charismatic thinks like. But real faith is knowing our God is able to deliver us, but if he does not, don't worry, we'll still not bow to you. So even till they entered into the fire, they were still defiant. Do you get? They still challenged it. Right. That's faith.
Right.
That's faith. That's what faith looks like. So it's not saying, "Oh, I did an ultrasound and there's nothing there. I did a DP test, there was nothing there, but then I know I'm pregnant." How do you know? How do you know?
It's a valid question.
Like, you are just being delusional. This is a mental health problem.
Hey, refer to psychology.
That's what it is. And so, no, doctors, like a Christian can be a doctor. And I think that the place of the Christian doctor is encouragement. The realization that I can heal your body, but God can do much more. He can replace what I can't replace.
Yes.
He can solve problems that I can't solve. I can diagnose, but he can treat.
Right.
Do you get? And just encouraging the person that comes to meet you that, "Don't worry, this is not the end." That is really what a Christian doctor. That's why we need Christians in those places. That you look at a couple that comes to your office, they've been trying for a baby for years now, and they come, they bring their reports, it says not pregnant, and you see hope go away from their eyes, and you say, "Let me tell you something." And then right there in your office, you begin to administer the gift of faith by reminding them God can do it. Don't give up. Don't get tired. Keep trying. And you talk them through it, and you even give them. I have a testimony that I heard. A friend of mine pastors a church too, and he knows a couple in his church that have been trying for a baby for a long time, and they didn't have that baby.
Yeah.
And he had prayed for them and prayed and prayed and prayed. And on one of those days, as he was praying on his own for this couple, the Lord told him, tell the woman to lose weight.
Hey!
Tell the woman to lose weight. So he calls the woman aside and he's like, I love you. You know I don't mean anything evil. And he just very gently delivers God's message to her. And when he delivered it, she said it had been in her heart for the longest time. So now you're a medical doctor and you're looking at a couple, or you're looking at someone who his heart is failing actively as we are looking at him, but he's a pastor. And you're trying to get him, like, oh God, the way you are going, you will die. Right. And he's saying, I shall not die, but I shall live. That's the time you now say, sir, I'm a Christian. You are right. But there is wisdom in handling health.
That's right.
You get? So the place of Christians in the medical space is not really to sponsor delusion, but actually to keep it out of the hospitals.
Yes.
Yeah.
One last question. So, still in the workplace, right? And I think I'm going to step away
from the medical field
just a little bit so that people who are not medical personnel can relate, okay? So, workplace evangelism, because I've experienced some aggressive workplace evangelism. So let me speak from the point of I have in my workplace Muslims, right? And people of other religions. But I've noticed that they're not so, I don't think in my entire life I've had someone from another religion come to me and say, oh, I'd like to introduce you to whoever and this is this and blah, blah, blah. The way Christians do it. But then I have some workers or some of my colleagues in the office, and they're so aggressive with their evangelism. It's like a Muslim can come in as a patient, and you're playing your Christian music in the background, and they say something, and you're like, yes, this is it and this is it, but you know that if something happens today, you will go to hellfire, that kind of thing. So in the workplace, what is the best way to evangelize?
Be wise.
While maintaining respect.
The Bible says, be wise as serpents, but be gentle as doves. That's it. Be wise.
What would that look like? An example.
There's no one size fits all approach. You know what I mean? But take the fact that Jesus met this woman at the well, and he doesn't basically go, if I'm looking at you like this now, you're already in hell. You don't know it.
Sounds like someone I know.
But you're already in hell.
Right.
He asks her for water, knowing where he's going to go with that conversation.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
He asks her for water. And then she goes and she asks. And at some point he says, if you know who is asking you for water, you will ask. So he knew he was going to say this. And then she goes, okay, give me this water. And then he's like, good, go and call your husband. And then she's like, now think about it. What's the relationship between water and husband? Jesus was trying to illustrate that there was a thirst in her soul, that the water she was fetching from that well could not quench, but he knew to quench. And the symptom of that thirst was her philandering, basically. So he said, go and call your husband. And she says, oh, I don't have a husband. It's like, oh yeah, you're right. Because the man you are living with is not your husband.
It was the court.
And the other 5, you know what I mean? So Jesus knew where he was going.
Right.
Wise as serpents, gentle as doves.
Right.
There was no aggression, but there was tenacity. You can be tenacious without being aggressive. You can be insistent without being repulsive. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I do.
And so Jesus is able to talk her into salvation because he's systematic. So, practical example, you work in an office, and you have a Muslim friend. First of all, become their friend. You can't evangelize to someone that you don't relate to. At its core, evangelism is human relation. So be friends with them. Make them feel loved, seen, and heard. Now, you've gotten close to this person. You're making them feel loved, seen, and heard. It might be someone, I know someone that was evangelized to like this. Every day, this young man would drive her home from the office and pick her up in the morning. And for the first 1 month, because he lived like along the way.
Are they both single?
No, they were both single. He wasn't even interested in getting married to her. She was his project. So for the first 1 month, nothing, it was just vibes. They would listen to music, talk about goings on. And one day on their drive, what church do you go to? Very simple question. And then she goes, do I look like a Christian? She doesn't know that she has entered this trap like that. What church do you go to? I go to so. I don't go to church. But you used to be. You look like you grew up in a Christian home. I said, it's true. How did you know? And then she told her story. As she's telling the story, he's asking questions that are unraveling her trauma, addresses the trauma, finds a way to lead her. Okay, you know what? Let's do something. Next week, I will come for so. If you come for so. And she came for midweek service. Oh. How did you find the midweek service? It was nice. It was great. It was good. Your pastor can preach. I wish there were churches like this when I was growing up. No one. No one. Sunday morning. How far? What are you doing this morning? I'm just chilling at home. Follow me to church now. Okay, if you follow me to church, I'll buy food for you after service. Just simple things like that. And before long, she started looking forward to church.
That's nice.
By herself, she went out, received salvation when an altar call was made.
Wow.
Now, did he evangelize to her or not?
Of course.
He did. But he was wise as a serpent and as gentle as a dove. So yes.
That's really good.
I hope I answered your question.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm glad I did. Please go and give your life to Christ. Please give your life to Christ. My own is aggressive evangelism. Do you know, as I'm saying you like this now?
Christ.
As I'm saying you like this now.
You see me here for you.
It's not different too. Like I already know who your bunkmate is. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you.
Great,
thank you for your questions. And thank you for watching. I hope you were blessed. I hope you enjoyed our conversation. And here is what we'll be talking about next.